All right. Hey, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Gero.
And we're here to talk about Dragon Ball
Z.
Okay. And we're on episode 143. We're in the middle of the Imperfect Cell saga. Yeah. And things are really heating up here. Piccolo has encountered Cell for the first time in a city.
Yeah.
And he's kind of playing damsel in distress here a little bit, right? He's pretending to be, oh no, how will I ever beat you? But he's already fused with Kami, so we know he's probably leading Cell on a little bit. And it works. He gets a lot of information out of Cell.
He does.
So,
or even when he loses his arm, he's making a monologue basically, and to get information once. I also do want to point out this really quick, some filler that I'm definitely sure is on the manga, but maybe I'm wrong. Tanks come to attack Cell. There's these tanks for no reason, and obviously they're gonna lose. So
early warning, that's an early warning detection signal. They're there before the Z fighters.
Yeah, well, that is how no one else knows what's going on but the government. Whatever government this is too, by the way. I don't know which one.
They're probably just like, oh, it's not one of ours. It's okay.
Who are these green people?
What escaped from the lab? Okay, I don't know this one.
But yeah, I like that Piccolo is both monologuing, both to get his arm back in time so he can fight again, and also just to get information of who is Cell.
To Frieza cells.
Yeah, Nappa even, which I don't remember them pointing out, but Nappa's in there, which I don't think he ever uses the Nappa attack, so I don't even know why I point that out. King Cold, we got like Frieza's father in there, which is also another one he really doesn't use besides just, I guess, being the breathing space, but he already has Frieza, he doesn't need that.
One of the strangest lines that I think might have been retconned was like that he says that by the time Trunks came along, I didn't need the cells. I had enough, but like in the timeline where cells develop, there is no Trunks, right? I mean, he obviously kills Trunks and takes his time machine, but there's no Trunks fighting Frieza where he would take those cells. So that was weird. Maybe that was the dub. I don't know.
I'm confused. He kills Trunks in that timeline, right? Yeah. I'm confused by the fact that why would Cell just kill him? He could have absorbed Trunks and had a whole Super Saiyan inside of him, already powered up.
It is weird where he's like, oh, I don't need those cells, I already have them. But he doesn't have Trunkses, and he takes random humans.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's just taking random. Why not take Trunks? Because even if you're only getting 1/4 of that actual Saiyan energy, Super Saiyan 1 times 1/4 of it.
Get to this, but why doesn't he care about 16?
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
Why not just eat 16 and just take his rocket punch for no reason? But basically, then the episode kind of ends with Piccolo regrowing his arm. I mean, this episode is mainly an episode for Cell to kind of talk about who he is, which the basics is that he is genetics of most of the warriors we've seen in the show so far. Yeah,
it's an interesting fight, I guess, after Piccolo has fused and he's supposed to be OP or whatever.
Yeah.
That he's not encountering the androids first with Cell. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah,
episode 144, I guess this is where you see the effect of Cell having all of these other people because he solar flares and escapes.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say Trunks and Krillin have shown up at this point, which is why Cell is starting to feel the pressure, because obviously he could maybe take out Piccolo if he really tried, but the issue would become not Krillin but Trunks being there. He uses a solar flare to get out of panel, which is like a smart move. It's also hilarious because they've done that before. Yeah. Like they've done that before.
How does it feel that when you are the one being solar flared?
Which is Tien. He self-fights a football team. Why is this in here? Like, it's funny because I just have trading cards of this, and you're like, who are these characters? Like, I see them, like, who is the football team? This stuff, and like this before when the cops attack, and or the tanks, like multiple times in the Android saga, that's the filler. Is these small moments of like people resisting the androids of Cell for no reason, and then just getting totally destroyed. That's and this was 145. Trunks is talking about time travel and why it would help to go back in time, because Kron's kind of questioning. Well, at this point, we know the androids are evil. We have no problem going back and killing them in their beds when they're babies. Why would we do that? And Trunks explaining that if we did that, another timeline would branch off.
I think this one's interesting because this is like one episode after Piccolo was on top, right? Yeah. He actually was playing with Cell, and he is stronger, and maybe he could even take the androids. And one episode in, and now they're all like, well, we're going to have to go beyond a Super Saiyan, and
Well, they're prepared for Cell, because they know the writer is going to screw them in some way. They already know that they're going to have... They've seen Frieza. They know that they're not... That there's no way this will start before Evolution 2 at the very least, and probably go beyond that. So, so basically, Krillin and Trunks in this episode going off to find the lab. They're having a buddy episode. They're talking about time travel. Now they find Gero's lab. Krillin just wants to stop blasting, but luckily Trunks like, wait, let's look around first. He finds plans that will be very vital towards
kind of a red herring. We'll get into that. I don't love this B plot. They find the plans for 17. Then they blow up the lab anyway. God forbid there be anything else useful in it. Let's just destroy everything. There's probably nothing else. So maybe 18's plans were in the drawer. Who knows? But
and then the episode basically ends with Krillin going off to take the plans to Bulma so she can work on. Trunks goes off to find Vegeta, which I love the line where Krillin's like, I will be the bearer of bad news, but your father doesn't want anyone to be around him, basically. Which I love that Krillin at this point knows Vegeta, but Trunks still doesn't know his father at all.
probably the 3 lightest episodes of the Cell Saga.
It's a lot of backstory. There's not much fighting here. It's mainly monologuing, which is fine. Like, they have to get the stuff out at some point, and it's an interesting point because like Goku is still not awake yet. Vegeta is not the strongest at this point. It is Piccolo. This is one of the only times ever. It might be the only time ever that like really a non-Saiyan is basically on top. Thanks for watching. My question is just that, like, what do you guys think of how they handle time travel? Do you guys like how they handle it? Is it a... Do you like... Just what are your thoughts on time travel? So leave a comment below.